supply and demand assessment. 2. Digital skills demand and supply gap analysis, identifying key training gaps. Number 3, stakeholder capacity building plan with recommendations to strengthen training institutions. Number 4, policy recommendation to facilitate demand-driven digital literacy programs. 5, part of the outcome will be training curriculum framework aligned with international best practices. Remember, the world is now a single village. So whatever is applicable here, whatever should be exactly what we can compete for anywhere in the world. And this is one of the take-home from here and one of the outcomes, expectation of this project. So from the gig economy feasibility study, what should we be expecting? The gig economy market assessment report detailing opportunities, challenges, and global positioning. Number 2, strategic roadmap for employment creation, leveraging gig platforms for youth empowerment. Number 3, policy and regulatory recommendations to facilitate gig economy participation. Number 4, partnership development framework, identifying potential collaboration with global gig platforms. Number 5, inclusion strategy to integrating women and persons with disability into the gig economy. Number 6, the last but not the least, implementation plan for data skill integration into national education and workforce development programs. Both studies emphasize inclusive development with particular attention to youth, women, and people with disabilities, while considering environmental, social, health, and safety aspects throughout their implementation. By conducting these studies, Leone will be better positioned to foster a thriving digital economy, enhance youth employment prospects, and promote inclusive participation in the digital and gig economic world. I have to stop for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Leon. So this assessment is a sub-component under SLDTP. So on that note, the PC will give an overview of the project.
Good morning again, everyone. So the previous two speakers have already laid the premise for this workshop, and thankfully the director also gave the key pillars upon which SLDTP was built. Now, he emphasized the importance of digital skills. And so the project is around digital transformation. And we can't be rolling out digital transformation initiatives without equipping our youth to participate in that particular scope of work. Now, before designing any activities under this particular pillar, we thought it fit to first of all understand where the gaps are. What are the skills that are needed? From our offices, we can say, oh, we know they don't know how to do this, we've engaged with them, we already know they don't know how to do this and that. But it's important for us to take a nationwide look into this situation. Let's look at women. What are the digital skills that they require? Let's look at persons with disability. What are the skills that they require? What do they need to participate in this particular project? How can they contribute? So first of all, let's look at that, where the gaps are, before now we start designing activities to close those gaps. So that's one aspect of why the project is paying specific attention to digital skills. But another aspect is for us to also determine what are the jobs out there, not only within Sierra Leone, but what are the jobs out there that we can prepare our youth to participate in. Because we don't have enough jobs, let's be honest. We don't have enough jobs locally to cater for everyone here. So we can't just limit our scope to Sierra Leone. So we're only training for Sierra Leone. Let's look at the global trends that we have not started implementing in Sierra Leone yet. Let's look at those global trends. Let's study them. This gig economy, we use the phrase so many times. I do one quick gig. I do one quick gig, one short gig. Now this is those short-term jobs that they can quickly do, complete, get some money out of it, move on to another gig. So that's it. So let's see what are these gig jobs that exist out there that our youth can do remotely. So that's the other study. Now, when we know what the gaps are locally, and then we identify what the jobs are out of the country, then we can design programs. So this is what this study is going to inform the project. So that's why before we implemented anything, the bank said no, let's pause, let's understand how we work. Because a lot of the times we tend, when we get some support, we tend to say, we already know what the problems are, let's just do, this is where we live, we know. But then most of the time our scope is very limited to what we can see. The avenues that we participate in, the conversations that we participate in. So those are the limited scope that we have. Now, this study will give us now a nationwide view and help us now as a project plan. I'm very, very proud of the zest that the director has for this particular activity. Now, as you mentioned, this project has 3 pillars. Whole digital transformation has 3 pillars, and one of them is this, championed by DSTI. So it is no small job for them. This is just step 1. When we're done with this, then we come now to the drawing board and try to figure out what can we do, how can we close these gaps? And they are going to be championing that activity as well. So this is very informative, even for DSTI's work, not only for the project, not only for the Ministry of Communication under which this project sits, but also for DSTI's work, informing them what is needed, what should be done. How can they manage their resources to address some of these challenges? How can they engage, or how can they bring these gig jobs to Sierra Leone? How can they improve that access for Sierra Leoneans to know, first of all, that these jobs do exist, where they can find them? Now, they would have to close those gaps. So, Director, on behalf of the PCU, I really want to thank you for all your participation throughout this entire process, where we are today and where we know we are heading. And obviously, you have the full cooperation and participation of the project, ensuring that you deliver this work effectively and efficiently. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, PC. The consultant lead, Mr. Brown, would like to give a statement.
Hello, everybody. My point here is to answer why are we here. We've heard all the speeches. In the final analysis, you want to know why you are here. You are here because as consultants and as a project, we realize we don't have the answers, but that you are in a better position to help us find the answers. Based on international experience, our experience in projects in other countries, we've learned that sometimes programs are designed without even consulting the key stakeholders. And because of that, that lays the foundation for failure from day one. I am a Sierra Leonean, and I'm happy to be part of this team undertaking this particular exercise. Because from my personal experience, I could recall that I was studying systems analysis and design for the college, and I was doing everything, even to my program codes, I was writing by hand with pen and paper. The first time I set eyes on a computer was when the AFRC coup was in 1997. When I went to Ghana, was the first time I set my eyes on a computer. I've been the drug computer all with me. So I know what it is. I hope things are much better now in Sierra Leone. Okay, but as someone who has been through that, who has experienced or been through that journey, I feel privileged to be part of this team that will be mapping out and crafting policies and strategies that will let your generation and future generations be better than where we started. While we were busy fighting wars and all of that, places like Ghana, imagine as far back as 1997, thereabouts, they were developing. I worked for Ghana's first software development company. They were developing software, right? Now, you are here because you know the specific challenges, Sierra Leone. you would realize that we didn't just send invites at random. We strategically chose the stakeholders that we believe will add value to this discourse. You will realize we have people here from organizations representing people with disabilities. We have organizations here representing women. We have organizations here representing the youth. I think we have people from the youth service scheme, etc., etc. We even have people here from tertiary education, because these digital skills should start from the foundational levels of our education, quite frankly. And in other parts of the world, children from day one, they don't just use tablets to play, they start interacting with digital systems. When we were growing up, I can recall that even to when I was an adult, before mobile phone came, I was afraid to pick up a telephone call, because when we were growing up, our parents had these, you remember these dial telephones, and then they padlocked the telephone, and only you, mama and papa, no more get access to the keys of the telephone. Right? They were trying to protect their bills, but they were even limiting our engagement with a useful tool that has been liberalized now. Okay? So now, the aspect of the study assesses the digital skills available, that is the digital skills in supply within Sierra Leone, and compare it to what the actual demand for digital skills are. I'm using the demand and supply because most of us, even if you are not an economist, you would understand what demand and supply is, right? So if there is a supply of digital skills that is short of the demand for digital skills, then it means there is a deficit. Not so? There is a gap. So we want to identify that gap, and that is part of the study. We want to identify that gap and see what policies government could introduce in partnership with the private sector, in partnership with civil society organizations, in partnership with all of you here. What policies we could recommend and the government would implement to reduce, or if possible, eliminate that digital skills gap in the long run. The other aspect of gig economy, I am deliberately defining gig economy because I don't want us to live here, some of us could live here, and we don't know what the gig economy is all about. Okay? Now, the whole concept of gig stems from the music industry, right? Someone would say, I will go do a small gig overnight in the evening, you go and perform, do a short performance at night, you make a little bit of money that will keep you till the next performance. Now we realize that in Sierra Leone and in most parts of the world, governments cannot employ everybody. Okay? And even those that are employed, if we do a survey here now, an anonymous survey, 90% of us sitting here are not even satisfied with what we are earning. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Good. Now, if you are able to participate in the gig economy, you develop skills. It means your capacity to generate revenue goes beyond just your 9-to-5 job. Okay? Now, I was just looking at a research that shows that over 685 billion US dollars remittances are made from Western countries to developing countries. When they're talking about the remittances, not donor aid, not anything, when we people then go work, do 4-5 jobs, do cleaning jobs, do healthcare jobs, etc., the amounts that they send home, because people here depend on them, is in excess of 685 billion US dollars. Now, if you are here, you have the right skills, there are opportunities all over the world for you. I am here, I am not working in Sierra Leone, okay? I do consultancy jobs all over the place because I have the right skills. And the same applies to a number of us here, okay? But with your gig, and if you have the right skills, you could be here and you're doing remote work for companies all over the world that need people who have the skills that you have. And you don't even have to hustle about visas, no whatever. If you without leaving your house, When you close from 9 to 5, you can still be at home. I work in different time zones wherever I am in the world. I do like 2 or 3 consultancy assignments in different parts of the world, and I could still be in Africa and I'm doing it, right? So these are the kinds of opportunities if you will have, if you are prepared, or if we are able to prepare our youth, our young women, and those with disabilities, if we're able to prepare them to take advantage of that opportunity. So you are here to provide insights into the challenges people face. I mean, most of you are not foreigners. You grew up in the system, right? So you know the challenges you faced. Was it economic challenges? Is it that training digital skills development was so expensive, was too expensive, it became prohibitive, it became a barrier for you to get yourself involved with it? Right? Something simple and sometimes even access to the facilities. Most of the ICT training places I've seen in this country don't even have wheelchair access to their training facilities. As simple as wheelchair access, we don't have. Not to talk about lift. Okay? But these are things that could also serve as barriers. And there are cultural issues that impede young ladies from getting more involved in digital work. When we were growing up, I don't know where our girls learned that, but when we were in school or university, it's like we just conclude, say, mathematics not for them. You understand? But we need all those changes in mindset, okay? So that is why we are engaged here. We are trying to engage you and to get as much feedback as possible from you. It will be through structured interviews, it could be through questionnaires, etc., etc. But any input you can make to contribute towards giving us a better insight into the challenges and how we could resolve the issues is the reason why we invited you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So now let me just buttress about the gig economy. It's freelance work, short-term contract, often facilitated through online platforms, where you have tasks and projects work 2-3 hours and be paid for those hours, either daily, weekly, monthly, depending on the arrangement. It's done on platform. So for instance, I can be a graphic designer in Freetown working for a client in the UK. So that's what we're looking at. It's so resourceful and want to tap into their potential and also manage that space well so that there will be fair justice for the client and the employee. So on that note, we have 10 minutes questions and answer, while those who are coming in can have breakfast. So if you have anything you want to ask, shout it out. I will not sit down. So thank you. So those who are coming in. Yes.
Thank you very much. And once again, my name is Joseph Alpha Kamara from the Forum for African Women Educationalists, short FARICLD. Of course, thank you very much for inviting FARI to be part of this discussion. And late last year, we started a project with one of our partners, Impacta. And the project is focusing on providing digital marketing skills for small and medium-sized enterprises. It's a pilot project, and from the presentation, I realized that this workshop is going to help provide a platform for FARI to share some key outcomes from that pilot intervention we are currently facilitating. And of course, from our experience on digital marketing skills, we realize that there are specific challenges currently we are faced with. Challenges that are centered around access to digital education. Access to digital education is a very critical challenge we are currently faced with. So I would like to see how this new survey or policy that we are putting together will respond, will provide solution to this. And also, people are a bit concerned around job displacement, because promoting gig economy, you realize that there will be no longer need for like the middleman. And also, we are faced with the issue around security risks, particularly when it comes to like business information and cultural barriers that the dogmas people are still holding on to, particularly in rural areas. So I would like to see how like this assessment will like try to provide like some basic solutions around this. Because currently we started like the implementation of this pilot initiative in December, and hopefully we'll be running up with this pilot project on digital skills marketing for small and medium-sized enterprises in March this year. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Mr. Emerson Camara from Youth Commission. What I want to know is what emphasis is being laid on connectivity.
On
Connectivity.
connectivity.
Yes, in this survey, because in all we talk, the availability of the opportunities, but we want to, the skills we want to provide for our young people, and the gap between what is out here and what we are for is achievable with the availability of connectivity. So what emphasis is actually laid on connectivity in terms of the survey?
Thank you. Moving forward, before you speak, can you please introduce yourself so that we can note it down?
Yes, I did. Emerson Camara,
Okay.
Deputy Commissioner, Youth Commission.
All right.
Oh, thank you very much. First of all, I want to address that issue of connectivity. When we are bidding for these projects, the people here made us to realize that, there's no room for rhetoric. We don't want somebody to sit down somewhere and be telling us we have conducted this, we have conducted this. We want you here live, right? So this exercise we achieved one thing, about three things. One, do we have gaps? To measure this gap, we myself will rely on connectivity. So connectivity will be part of our deliverables. We'll be able to query, be able to ascertain, establish whether there is connectivity or not. People might have been saying it, but we don't believe that there was no connectivity. But by the time we get to the field now and we rely on connectivity, if we are unable to get the connectivity, the work will not be done. Then it forms the basis for our solution, right? So we're going to establish that by the time we're done with this. Then number two is, yes, the man is not sick, right? It's not. Okay, let me try to address that. You see, there's one thing we've been doing. If I ask a question now, who is digital literate in this room? Or let me just ask, please, if you are digital literate, raise up your hand. Really, sincerely speaking, I will not query anybody, right? Until we get to the field. What are we going to do when we get to the field? Apart from this questionnaire, yes, this project insisted that people must have their own tested. You be one-on-one with your computer, and you're going to be on assessment. We're going to demonstrate it today, right? So the assessment is not local. The assessment is what any other person on that assessment anywhere in the world will be on. So that is I can guarantee that. So that by the time you are done with that assessment, you'll be able to gauge yourself with the rest of the world. Number one, you'll be able to establish or to confirm whether you are digital literate or not. My director is digital literate. Yes, I agree with him. But I will not talk until we're back from the field. Then what have we been doing? Look at He said they are on digital market skills, right? That's what they are working on. Then let me tell you, is that the starting point? Are you not supposed to possess certain skills before you get to that level? We deliberately create that gaps because we're forcing our people to start to learn how to climb the tree from where? From the top. That is one thing that this project will correct. Before you get to digital marketing, you need digital literacy. You need critical career skills that will let you into what? Into the generative AI of today. You need to be entrepreneurial and be enterprising, right? You must have those three before you now start of thinking what? Digital marketing. But where have you jumped the three? You just move from nowhere to where? To digital marketing. So if we are not getting results with our efforts, sincerely speaking, we need to look at the process. So from now on, we first of all introduce ourselves to the process. He already started it. He said we're going to have key format interview, focused group discussion, questionnaire survey, and all this stuff. Then we now cram it up with a demonstration of the baseline assessment that we'll encounter when we get to the field. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc. All right. On that note, please, would you like to see what's going on connectivity?
Yes. So in terms of connectivity, as the director mentioned, one of the components is extending broadband connectivity to underserved areas. We can't talk about digital transformation without catering to connectivity. That's the foundation. Without that, all of this is just talk. So that's component one, extending connectivity. Component two, digital skills, and then component three now it's supporting government institutions to deliver services to citizens digitally. So connectivity, there is provision for connectivity, and it is specifically to underserved areas.
The government deserves a round of applause.
And just to add to that, the government has a comprehensive approach to increasing connectivity nationwide. And there's a sister project called Giga, where we are currently connecting 5,000 schools with solar and internet connectivity. We're using both broadband and Starlink. So we're starting with 403 schools this year, after which we'll expand to 5,000 schools over 3 years. So we are attacking connectivity for more languages.
Thank you very much, CEO Director. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Sir Lamin Kotek is my name. I'm the Executive Secretary for the National Commission for Persons with Disability. I want to thank the organizers for inviting us. We've been working very closely with the Ministry of Communication and Technology on this aspect. When it comes to digital divide, and then also we talk about digital equity, and then we come to inclusion. I think persons with disability are the most challenged. And then I had my brother talking extensively about that. And there are a lot of still challenges, though we made significant progress, like digital exclusion for people with disability, and then the lack of skills, and even the lack of the devices. And quite recently, the Ministry of Communication and Technology donated some item to the school, multi-modal school for the blind, which we applaud. But there are still challenges in terms of like the point you were making. One of the things stigma that people with disability face is in terms of their employability, in terms of job, there is significant discrimination if you go in person. But like he was saying, working remotely, if the person with disability is digitally inclined and it's just applying, nobody knows his physical appearance. I think you can work anywhere in the world. I have a friend who is an engineer, a doctorate in engineer, and is one of the most paid persons with disability in this country. He's conducting consultancy, and he can be here and do that. I think this is why we should make deliberate efforts to ensure that people with disability are brought on board, such as having inclusive design for them, and then also in terms of education, assistive technology can aid significantly for the education of persons with disability, like hearing impaired, visual impaired. In fact, most of the Android phone now is other part of the world is a condition that they can use the iPhone with support system and all of that. I think also digital literacy. I can say that vast majority of people with disability, maybe if the ones that you asking the question of digital, you make sir, you ask the question. If you put that question to persons with disability, you will have 0. Yes. So it means that we need to significantly double our steps in trying to have transformative strategies, capacity building, and the provision of need-based digital services. I say need-based because what will be for rural women and what will be for youth may not be the same for persons with disability. If I get more complicated when it comes to people with disability, when you have, because disability being an expert, but disability is not homogeneous. So if you have a standardized program, and then you miss out on some people if it's the program. So you have to have a base needs in terms of who is a blind person, what kind of technology does he need? Somebody who have an hearing impairment, what kind of technology does he need to navigate in? So most of them are our website. If you go to those websites, the blind person cannot navigate them because they don't have the support system. And so these are starting points. And I'm very impressed that when my brother was talking, talking extensively, and we are happy because the awareness is there, and then we also have no doubt in our mind that one day things will turn around for people with disability. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
I want you to have the rest of mind and let your mind be at peace. You know why? We're not talking local. We are going global because digital is a global phenomenon. So we're going to confirm. We're not relying on what you've told us that may likely be 0. You may be shocked that by the time we get into the field, most of these are people. They even outperform those their counterparts who are able, right? So let's get to the field. Let us confirm most of these things ourselves and we make appropriate recognition. Meanwhile, we first started, you've almost built the cat, right? Because we first started, we're coming up with questionnaire, survey, we're coming up with a key informant interview session, then the focus group discussion. So these are, you still going to come over again, all over again on some of these things because it's going to be properly documented. Thank you very much. Any other question before we move to the next stage? Yes. Okay, last question. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Sali Musaka from WAEC Exams Office. As we talk about digital skills, as an examining body, we are so happy when the director said they are now trying to connect schools. Because WAEC as a body, we are now using digital skills in most of our processes. Like the registration of candidates is now done online, where you will have platform which principals use to register their candidates. Students can now be able to access their results through online platforms by using scratch cards. We used to have scratch cards, physical scratch cards. Just recently we partnered with Africen, where we use online pins. Candidates can now source their pins through AfriCell and use digital skills to download their results when the results are released. We are also looking at training and education, because if we don't have formal training, there is integration of digital skills to the curriculum. We should catch them young. Let us bring in digital skills in our curriculum, in our school system, so that we can get the young ones to understand that. Also on vocational training, availability of digital skills training for adults and youth. I also want this group to take note of that, so that we can train our youths and train adults to understand digital skills. The gig economy, as I said, WAEC has provided employment for most of these cafe owners. Cafe owners can now use those pins, access them, and sell them to candidates, package them. So we are happy to be part of this forum and to urge government to ensure these skills are passed on to the young through school systems. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before we proceed to the next section, two sets of attendees, please make sure you write your names or any information needed in this, please.
WAEC, sincerely speaking, I am very, very happy that you are here. And, you know, for everybody here, we'll be together to coordinate this assessment, right? Apart from meeting here today, we're going to reach out to you, right? Because the exercise is just starting, and we need your contribution from time to time for ahead. So we want your cooperation. Anytime we knock at your door, please do what? Open it, because it's in the best interest of our country. So by the time you go through the questionnaire, will be distributing now. You see that most of what we are talking about are already concerned to this project. And the issue of integrating digital literacy into all levels of education is germane if we want to have a future-proof workforce, a workforce that will be adaptable, that will be able to compete with anybody anywhere in the world, regardless of where you are from, regardless of your ability. So we'll be moving into the next stage now, but I want to call on my colleague to usher in the next stage.
I think I've already challenged you, not so. We know we have to take ownership of this process. This is an initiative, a Sierra Leonean initiative. We have our colleagues here from Nigeria as well, but they are only here to help support us. The key thing is that it is a Sierra Leonean initiative, and we have to make sure it works. All right?
So the breakdown. We have a set of questionnaire, survey questions, key informant questions, focus group questions. We take some time now to respond to the questionnaires. 1, then 2. All together, there wouldn't be any breakout session. All together, we attend to the key informant questions all together. So we capture it all together. Number 3 is that possibly today we have to engage us, if time permits. We ask specific questions.
you lay bare your mind to assist this project. So we may not be able to do that for everybody, but we have your contact. We'll be reaching out to you beyond today, maybe tomorrow. We just call, we come meet you in your comfort and pour out your mind on what you think your responses to those questions should be. That is it. Then another segment is that we're going to put on the board this sample baseline assessment the tool we are using for our information. We're going to run through it all together so that we have a feel of it. Then, most importantly, after today, from Friday, Saturday through Monday, we'll be expecting you to either come with them or you send a number of people from your association that will represent your association in actually sitting down after responding to the questionnaire. They will part and parcel of those that will be gauged against the rest of the world to be able to establish the digital literacy proficiency. This is very, very important. In fact, it's more important than whatever talk we are doing here today, because that is what is missing. And we need to actually understand why we have the problems we are complaining of and what we need to do to arrest it and forge ahead, as a country. So those are the things, how we go about it. One, you have a questionnaire, respond to it. Two, you now have a tailored questionnaire to wherever you are representing, whatever you are representing. That is number two. So please take time and go through this, maybe for the next 30 minutes or so. Let us interact with this. If you have any issues, please indicate. We'll come over to attend to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc.
Please, if you are government officials, just indicate. Government officials. Government officials.
this needs to be divided without any problem. Agree with one and neutral or too short at pattern. The way they will take all and they will be so maybe especially when you see that they are this they will be there. You understand? For you, and the photo 16 by 20, now that 20, you are 7 years. That is a stuff.
any issue or comment?
That's where we Are you launching it? So a computing device daily.
No.
Join several technology groups on social media and read their posts.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go to the next question. Next. Which of these suites of software is best for capturing and editing video, audio content, and images? Who is answering this? The IT man? The IT? Yes. Okay. Somebody said it's the head of IT somewhere. Okay. Who is taking? Okay, you are going for it. Okay. Adobe Creative Suite.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go to the next. You need to create a series of organizational charts. Which business software will help you quickly produce hierarchical diagrams? Who's taking these questions? See, these questions is for everybody, no? Regardless of whether you are into anything.
Yes.
You understand that? Yes. So anybody can take it. Please help us. Okay, back to PowerPoint. Let's go to the next. Microsoft PowerPoint. Next question. Okay, a team of college students are creating content for a website. Their instructor has advised them it is important that they follow accessibility standards for using fonts. Select yes if the action stated follows accessibility standard, or no if it will not. Do we actually know accessibility standard? Don't talk. Oh yeah, Auntie, lead us. Okay, serif fonts should be used because they are the easiest to read online. Yes or no? Put no. Body text font should be 15 to 25 px.
Yes.
Yes. Optimal length of a line of text is 45 to 90 characters. The ideal width is 66 characters. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. White space between headers and body text should be between 15 to 30 points. Yes. Okay. No. Okay. Go to the next. So your science teacher has arranged a digital field trip to visit an aquarium. The tour guide at the aquarium will be hosting a live discussion with your class using Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or a similar video conference software. What strategies should you use to clarify ambiguity in this form of communications? For each response, select yes if to help clarify ambiguities in this form of communication, or no if it does not. Who is leading? Auntie? Yeah, enable your webcam and focus on your screen so the speaker, your classmates, and your teacher can see that you are being attentive. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, use the raise hand icon when you need to ask questions.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Then unmute your microphone when you are called upon to discuss.
Yes.
Okay. Then use private chat to visit with other students while the speaker is presenting. Okay, next. So we've used 9 minutes already. Are we on? This is question what? This is question 8. We are lagging. Okay, you are searching a job database website for project manager position that work with SQL. But you don't speak Spanish. Your first attempt entering just the keywords project manager returned too many results that had nothing to do with SQL or require Spanish language skills. You decide to narrow your results using a Boolean search. Which Boolean search will be appropriate to return only project manager position involving SQL but not Spanish language skills? 1. Project manager and SQL and not Spanish?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. Let's go. No, not that. The first one. Okay, let's go. When you arrive to work, your team leader immediately calls you into her office. She sounds frustrated and says the following: you frequently arrive late in the morning and have to cover your calls until you arrive, which means I don't get my work done. You want to make sure you understand what your team lead is frustrated so you can resolve the issue. How will you respond to clarify a message? 1. So you are frustrated when I'm late because you have to cover my calls. That's 1. 2. Do you really have that much work to do? 3. Sometimes I have trouble waking up after gaming on my computer all night. I can really relate to what you are saying. I hate it when you are late too.
Yes.
Is that okay? The last one, please. Go to the next question. Which 3 actions can improve readability? Choose 3. Adding or removing space between lines. 1. Using font sizes of 15 to 25 points. Using light shades of text. Using a variety of font colors. Keeping line length short, about 66 characters. Mixing a lot of red and green colors font. Pick 3.
First one.
Oh yeah, the first one. Number two,
Font
no, three. Number two,
font size.
number two,
Yes.
okay, number two. Which one again?
Mixing colors.
Second to last. Eh? Mixing a lot of colors. Second to last, okay. Let's go. Next. Which two skills are being lost in society because of reliance on technology? Choose two. One, map navigation. Two, organization. If it is, let us indicate so that we don't lose time. Then, depth perception, mental arithmetic, dexterity. Which two? Which two? Mental, one. That is number four. Then two.
Organization.
Organization, number two. Okay, next. Okay, your new employer has assigned you to a project team. You want to make a good impression by constructively contributing to the team. For each statement, select yes if it is a constructive contribution or no if it is not. So let's ready. Ask the team to verify your understanding of the project goal and the steps together. Is it yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Then ask your employer how he or she would like to contribute to the success of the team. Is that no? Okay. Then number three. No, don't pick no. Number three, immediately speaks up and interrupt any team member who presents an idea you don't agree with. Okay, explain to the team that your work decisions, your work, decision, and effort won't affect the group. Is that which one? No, we have to pick two now.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go. No, okay. So which three precious metals are recycled for e-waste? Choose three. Titanium, copper, silver, gold, iron, tin. Which one? Choose three. Copper one, iron two. Which one? You know, we are just choosing, right? So we can choose any other one. Okay, tin. Okay, tin. Let's go. Okay, the next one. You are traveling and your smartphone hasn't received a text message for the past several hours. Yet a friend just called and told you she sent several. Now your phone won't make outbound calls. Which is the first troubleshooting step you will make with your smartphone? One. The last one?
Yes.
Okay, the last one. Next. Which two are appropriate web page elements that may require the use of the alt text attribute? Choose two. Index, length URL, table of contents, image, caption. Which two? So we can just choose any two, right? Let's try a log. Okay, which one? Alaji. Index one. Then URL number two. Okay, next. You can see it's becoming interesting, right? So the browser you use is Chrome. You would like to add an extension that will automatically display Spanish web page in English. Which extension will allow the Chrome browser to display Spanish web page in English without even looking at the options? Okay, Google Translate. Okay, go on. Next. Okay, you work in a call center that supports video conferencing, right? You have just received a telephone call from a distressed customer who reports she is unable to connect to our company's live broadcast. Place the resolution steps in the correct order. To answer, move each communications with customers from the list on the left to its step order on the right. Who can assist us do that?
Sorry, anybody that wants to answer this question, you have to come to the system.
To system
come
and
and
do
do
it.
it.
Oh yeah, who is doing
So
it?
it's the part of the
Okay,
test.
who is doing it?
Yeah.
Be fast. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, come. Yes.
Yeah. Sit down.
So you're saying you work in a self-center, okay?
Just
Yes, the root is two.
right? This should be number one.
Which step should be number one?
Then greet the customer.
Oh, yeah, go ahead now.
Then answer it to number one.
She brought
But see, you are called though. Leave him now. Nobody. This
okay.
Friday, Saturday, Monday, we will be able to do this ourselves, right? We announce the location or communicate it.
No. It's still not getting it.
No.
You need to put the answer.
Don't talk.
Oh, okay.
Who will assist him? Who want to assist him? Okay, I've gotten it right.
Okay. You want to answer the second one?
Yeah, that's number one.
Echo is good to do it. Say number 4.
This one is this is number one. Should go to number 2.
That's the last one.
So scroll down so that you can read it.
Okay.
There are 6 steps. Though you have like 1 minute. Be fast.
Yes.
Ask her.
Just keep going.
But you can see what we're talking about. At the basement level, what should be the competence or capability of every individual? This is what this is trying to measure. You can see there are no straight things. These are things we come across on conferences, right?
Yeah.
They want to see how well we use them correctly or appropriately. Right? Okay. You are doing it already. Just continue to do it. You are done. Yes, it's done. Okay, thank you.
I'm just going for a little bit so I might be.
Okay, so go to the next. Okay, which 2 items appeared to create multi-factor authentication? Choose 2. Okay, something you see, is it right? Something you smell, something you have, something you imagine, something you know. Choose 2. You have 3 and 4. You see and what? And smell. Okay, that's all. Go to the next. No, which one? No. What is it? Something you see. Okay, you know what? Let us go with this. When is your time or turn? You do it the way you want to do it. Let's go. I don't know. You see. Okay, is this here? Smell. Okay, now the next one is you are trying to design an effective search request. You realize you must first start with the correct search engine. Select yes if the search engine will return the desired result, or no if it will not. Okay. Shazam can identify the title of a song.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Yes. Then number 2, Thin Eye can report the first appearance of an image online. No or yes? Please, let's be fast. Okay, which one? Let's pick one now. We are not, this is not an exam, right? We are catching fun. Pick one. Which one do you choose? No. Somebody has chosen no. Okay, Google verifies fake or misleading news posting. Yes or no?
Yes. No.
Is it no or yes?
Yes.
Okay, which one do we go for?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Google will give you anything. It'll be
Okay.
fake news.
Is it no or yes?
No. Google will give you anything.
Director,
Yes, sir.
no. Please help us out.
For Thin Eye.
Do we go for no or yes? Just
For
one.
For Thin Eye is yes. Thin Eye is yes.
Yeah.
Every have to yes now. But
Thin Eye.
okay, what up? Shodan allows you
So because this is
to search
supposed
smart
to be
TV, power plants, fridges, and sorts of IoT device which is connected to the internet. Is that right? Okay, which one do we go for now? Okay, put no, put yes. But you know what? Before you can score that one, score that question, get it right, but get all the yes. For what? Which one? I think I got it that. Okay, go to the next question. So, what is one of the most important actions you can take to protect your privacy after browsing the internet? This is very, very, we should all know this. Okay. Use the same login and password for multiple websites. 1, stay logged out, log into the last website you visit. 2, delete your browser cookies. 3, using the last one, using different browsers. Which one? Delete cookies. Delete cookies. Okay, number 3. Go to the next. Okay, which category of creative work does Creative Commons not license? Artwork, music, movies, software. Which one? Or do we skip? Do we skip?
Artwork.
Artwork. Okay, artwork. Go by artwork. Yes. Who wants to be a millionaire? Go ahead. Okay, identify if the digital devices meet the requirements. Select yes if the device meets the requirement, or no if it does not. A smartphone is capable of checking emails, sending messages, and receiving voice calls without Wi-Fi.
Yes.
1, yes. 2, a tablet is sufficient to merge and edit large videos on your client's website.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Then a notebook computer is portable for classroom use. Support access to the cloud and runs most office apps. Yes, Abby? Go to the next.
The first one is no.
Is no. Okay, don't worry, when you get to your time. Okay, which is the best way to archive online privacy at your workplace? Make sure nobody is looking when you surf the net. 1, don't use work equipment to do anything personal. Send personal emails using your work account. Delete all cookies after doing personal shopping on your work computers. Which one?
2 and 4.
No, you have to pick one. 2. Okay, go to next. This is 23 out of 40 questions. We're doing it. When choosing the best way to distribute information, you should consider the audience and communication form available. Complete the sentences by selecting the correct options from each drop-down list. Can somebody do that?
What to do that?
Go. Somebody should be there to do it for us. Please, somebody.
Who is answering?
To go to that place and do it.
One man, one woman.
One woman. Yes. Please, somebody. A woman. A lady. You want me to nominate?
Let's clap for her.
Okay, let's clap for her. Somebody is getting right. Oh yeah, now.
Let's clap for her.
Please for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Yes.
Okay, want to assist?
Yes.
Okay, we are going. Okay, look at the mirror. Okay, so please be fast. Okay, look at the Odoro. You are saying one man, one woman, right? Look at what TJ did. One man, one woman. Okay, be fast. Okay. We can assist them,
Yes.
right? Okay, you have a theory to share with others as a podcast. You just did what? You just did a podcast. Yes. So the best way to distribute it will be using what? Social media. I don't know, they've chosen video. They've chosen video now, and unfortunately, we are not there. Okay, so a store is having a holiday sales and want to be sent out discount coupons to their loyal customers. Just choose one. Just choose one.
Then go to the second step. This is your second step.
Okay, now the next. Okay, you can see. Choose social media.
Social media is the best way.
The question that is there now is a phrase. They're only filling the gap. A local choir wants to promote their new Christmas album. They want to reach as many new subscribers as possible by featuring a few songs from the album. The best way to distribute the songs to their audience is by using what? It's like every answer is what? Social media, right? Okay, now, so a fitness instructor has created a new routine for his customer. The workout is approximately 30 minutes long. The best way for him to distribute his instructions is by using what?
Video.
I don't know.
Use video.
Okay, and not social media, right? Okay. So the next question. They are done. The next question.
Just click
Fitness. Somebody should be there to do it myself. Let somebody be there and be taking us to the next. You can be there. You can be doing it. Moving us to the next. Okay, now, which two software tools will be best to compose a flowchart? Choose two. Microsoft Visio, Affinity Designer, Smart Draw, Adobe Illustrator, and Intuitive Tools. Which one? Which two? Visio. Okay, Visio number 2. Go to next. Go to next. Okay, your supervisor has promoted you to be the night manager at a small retail store. He gives you a list of responsibilities that only you are to perform. Close out the cash register, count the money and lock it in the safe. 1. Inventory any shipment boxes that arrived that day. Number 2, 3. Set the album. Number 4. Lock the store. Which will be the most appropriate response to give your supervisor to make sure you identify and understand his instruction? 1. What if there are no shipments to inventory? What happens if I don't have time to do all of these tasks? Then what other shall I perform this task? Then which task is the most important? Well, which one? Or is it what happens if I don't have time? Which one? 3. Okay, go to the next. Thank you. You are preparing to run tests on a prototype of a new website. Which are good research goals for testing the prototype? Okay, for each response, select yes if it is a good research goal / question for testing, or no if it is not. I want to check navigation through my website. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I want to test my prototype. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I want to check if users will be able to find specific product. Yes or no? Yes. I want to check which version of prototype users prefer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, go to the next. One responsibility of being a good digital citizen is to report dangerous, illegal, or harmful behavior. Select yes if the behavior is dangerous, illegal, or harmful, or no if it is not. After surfing a few gaming websites, a page proper on your computer screen demanding payment to release your computer. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it illegal?
Yes.
Is it harmful?
Yes.
Is it dangerous? Okay, yes. Then requiring you to create an account to access special discounts on a product website. The account wants your name, address, phone, and date of birth. Is it yes or no?
No.
What?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Creating more than one profile on a social media site one for your personal use and one for business use. Is it proper? Is it harmful? Is it legal? Is it dangerous? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Then you receive an email claiming your bank account has been compromised and instructing you to click a link in the email to log in and prove it is your account. Is it legal? Is it dangerous? Is it harmful? Okay.
Yes,
It's dangerous.
Ah,
Yes.
Some link may be
yes or no?
The bank is saying
See, when it's your time, you can click no. They said yes. Click yes for them. Okay, the next one. Which two actions should be performed before selling your laptop? Listen, no. Which two actions should be performed before selling your laptop computer to another person? Choose two. Remove all the storage devices. Right? Number two, deauthorize any software. Number three, remove the RAM. Number four, flash the BIOS. Number five, format your hard drive. Any two. Format the hard drive. Number two. Okay, next. So you have large amount of raw data to share with a client. You decide to build a visual representation. Complete the sentences by selecting the correct option from each drop-down list. Somebody to come here again.
She's there.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. Somebody. Then somebody should come. Please. Bros in white in tie. Please, why be fast?
Yes, followed by madam.
And followed by madam. Madam, follow. Please. That is now the routine.
Yeah.
Followed by madam. Oh, yeah, be fast. We're almost done. We have 17 minutes to go.
sorry, just make it.
17 minutes. Yeah. We have 30. We have 10 questions to go. We're making it. I'm happy that we'll complete the whole process. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we can assist them to show a comparative ranking of the data. Use a what? Be fast. Is it bar chart, pie chart, whatever? Okay. To summarize precise measurement, use a to show changes or trend in the data over time, use a
Is a math teacher.
to show the relationship of data part to a whole, use a you see, this is we are catching our phone, right? These are things we come across on a daily basis. Okay. So at the end of the day, we see our score. Okay, so which two be there? Which two circumstances will create a new cloud version in Google Documents? Choose two. Downloading a file, 1. Adding a comment to a Google Doc, 2. Copy a folder, 3. Viewing content of a folder, 4. Uploading a new file. Which two do we choose? Okay. Oh, it's like you tell us. Be fast.
I think it should be adding a comment and uploading.
Okay, adding 1. The second one?
Uploading a new file.
Okay, uploading 2. Oh yeah, let's go to the next. To communicate the result of data set, it is helpful to display when visually identify. Okay, to communicate the result of data set, it is helpful to communicate them visually. Identify the appropriate visual format to express the described data set. Select yes if the visual format is appropriate or no if it is not. A table would be best to illustrate simple parts to whole relationship within a small data set. Yes or no? Yes or no, please. No. No. Okay, Alaji saying no. Okay, to show trends that change over time, you should use a line graph. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Displaying sales volumes of various products can be represented with a column chart.
Yeah.
Okay. Displaying a cooperative ranking of data can be represented with a bar chart. Are we sure of the answers we have? Okay, he's a math teacher. Yes. Okay. Okay. No. You need a photograph to use in a classroom presentation. Your teacher has instructed you to find a photograph with an appropriate Creative Commons license and implement the intellectual property guidelines for reusing the author's work. What are the types of Creative Commons licenses? Then match each Creative Commons license type to its violation description. To answer, drag each Creative Commons type from the columns on the left to its description on the right. Who will do that for us? You want to do it, or somebody who is interested in guiding us? Okay, go ahead. Adaptation must be shared under the same terms. Okay, where do we drag it to? Only non-commercial uses of the work are permitted. Where do we drag that to? Good. No derivatives or adaptation of the work are permitted. Where do we drag that one to? For those of us that we want to do presentation or anything, this is key. You should all know this. Yeah. So go to the next. The community college you attend has posted the following flyer in several locations around campus. You read it and want to respond appropriately. Attention all students. Beginning October 15, the swimming pool will be closed for renovation. It is expected to be closed until June 1st. All college-sponsored swimming activities are suspended until the renovation is complete. City officials have offered to make the recreation center available at no charge to the students who showed their student ID cards. We apologize for this inconvenience. Which two statements identify the issues communicated in this message? The college is replacing the swimming pool with a recreation center. The campus pool will close on October 15. Is that? Okay, two, we are looking for two statements. All college-sponsored swimming activities are temporarily suspended, but students can swim for free at the City Recreation Center. Students swims for free at the City Recreation Center all year. They simply must show their student ID card. The city has closed the college swimming pool. The swimming pool will be closed from October 15th through June 1st for renovation. Which two? One. That is one. Then the two go. Which one? Okay. Go to next. Go to next. Go to next. Which file size requires more storage space? A, 4 petabytes, 128 megabytes, 32 gigabytes, 8 terabytes. Which one? Which one? Okay, next. You want to create a mobile game. What is the step order to creating a game app? Place the action in the correct order. To answer, please, somebody should come and do this. Somebody, another person, please. Another person. Bros at the back, please help us. Yes, help us. Thank you. Yes, place the action. Okay, morph your game idea into a story by answering questions and out. Okay, what? What's that one?
The characters.
Your character. Okay, what's that?
That's the one.
Okay, about your character.
Yes.
Is that where should that one go?
That should move to step one.
Oh yeah, move to step one. No, move to step one. Good. Okay, integrate a monetization strategy. Where should that one be moved to? Choose appropriate developers. Where should that one be moved to? Choose platform coding.
You choose can be two.
Okay.
You choose that. Yeah,
yes.
No, the yeah.
Two.
That one can be two.
Okay. Then choose which one should choose platform coding. Okay. Okay, be fast. Okay. So choose platform coding, design, study, artwork, plan the game to be active. Okay, which one?
That choose
Be fast, be fast. We are running against time. Okay, okay. Which one next? Scroll down. Be fast. Step 4. Be fast. Please
Please, be fast. Okay, scroll
The
down.
last one. Under the line.
Okay. Which one?
That one.
Okay, thank you. The next one. The next one.
One more. Yeah, the monitoring.
One more.
That last one, that's integrated.
Okay. Okay, next. Okay, you are a graduate student at a university. One of your responsibilities is to tutor students enrolled in first year business communication courses. A midterm exam is approaching and you are reviewing topics with a group of 30 students. You notice most of the students are confused about the information you are presenting. You realize you must engage with them in ways that broaden mutual understanding and learning. For each engagement, select yes if it will broaden mutual understanding and learning, or no if it will not. Analyze students' homework question, yes or no?
Yes.
Identify the area of confusion and explain it differently, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Ask the students if they have any question, yes or no?
Yes.
Review all the topics again, yes or no?
Yes.
Provide handouts of basic business terms and definition, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, next. Your smartphone has Firefox, Google Chrome, and your phone manufacturer's brand of browser installed. Currently, all websites open in the manufacturer browsers. You want to change the phone setting, so website automatically open in Firefox. On either an Android or iPhone smartphone, where can you change the setting that controls the browser opens automatically? Task Manager, okay, you've answered it. Go ahead. In fact, if we have asked you to sit there all this while, you have completed the exercise. Before distributing a recording you've created, you want to determine which audio file format will deliver the best quality for the smallest file size. Match each audio format to its description. To answer, move the audio format from the list on the left to the description on the right. Be fast. You know you are a sharp man. Be fast. Be fast. 6 minutes to go. Oh, and we have 5 questions. Oh my God. Be fast. This is the last question. I thought you were yes, this is the last question. Okay. Yeah, so we have 6 minutes. We can relax. But sincerely speaking, how do we see this? Do you see this thing as a testing our baseline knowledge?
It's testing the baseline knowledge.
So if we are not here, do you think we'll be able to sustain or cope and tie up? Eh? So now let us see our score. Yes. Director, if we pass, what will it give us? If we pass this assessment,
one more bottle of water.
Wow. Next, Abby. Oh, you pass. Let's see. No. Hey, we pass. Yeah. Directors has won us. No bonus for us. Hey, director. Oh my God. Perhaps if you've given us better deal, we will have passed. Okay, you can see. You see, it's fun, right? We all enjoy it. Please turn up on Friday, Saturday. It's filling up to Monday. For us to be on our own, let us gauge ourselves. It's an opportunity. When we gauge ourselves, we know where we're placed. We're able to address the issues all together. Right? I'll be looking forward to speaking with them. So now, we move to the next stage. Discussion on this.
Just a comfort for you. When you take the assessment, your names are not going to be disclosed to your bosses.
But don't you think we need this? We need it, Abi. We should all please let us support this project. If we can do this individually, sincerely speaking, we certainly okay.
Friday, Saturday, the venue.
The venue, yes, it will be announced. The venue will be announced.
Yes, that's what we have just discussed. So the venues are at IPAM and Foley College.
IPAM main campus.
Yes, main campus. The digital learning hubs being sponsored by UNICEF and BST. So those are the testing centers. We have all type of equipment to evaluate and test individuals. So we start 9 a.m. till
5, 6.
Yeah, till 6. And yeah, that will be.
Okay. I mean, the whole essence of this exercise was for you to see how objectively we will be assessing the digital skills competence of whoever, or the what should I say, the sample assessees that will be tested. Okay, so with that we'll be able to come up with objective data, analyze them, and make recommendations as to how and where people will be, their skills will be developed, etc., etc. Okay.
Now, with one voice now, let us now discuss. I'll be asking some questions. Let us discuss. Please give me a focus group question. Focus group question. Please focus, yes, for digital, for the skills of a base. So, when you are coming, please come with 1 or 2, 3 members of your team, so that it won't be only you, right? We want to have a good representation from every organization that is here, right? But I will let the cat out of the bag. You see, you are supposed to fill up this, right? But these are just the questions that I think we can respond to generally, right? Sorry. Okay, let's talk of the lesson learned now. Okay, now you've at a point in time been on a digital skill development journey. Then with what you have experienced here today, what are the biggest lessons that has come to your mind as you were moving through the digital skill development journey? You have something crossing your mind at the end of this exercise, right? Okay, you want to share your feelings with us? Okay, indicate so that you talk to us. Like for instance, if you had the opportunity of being on this assessment before you start the journey, do you think you have been better off today than you are?
Yeah, thank you very much. I believe we are going through the digital literacy proficiency assessment, taking into consideration the 3 different categories: the basic, intermediate, and advanced. And now realize that there is more work to be done from the personal perspective. And because going through the 40 questions, I realized that genuinely, I'm still finding myself at the introductory aspect.
Oh, you cannot even claim for the digital literacy again.
No. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You can see that we need to work with you on that your project. So when you come, we'll sit down and see how we can assist you.
Within this short period, this is like an eye-opener. And serve like a motivation, asking me to show so much interest in the digital world.
Clap for him, please. Any comments?
Yeah. For me, it's like bringing me to consciousness about some of the things I need to focus on, because sometimes we see these things and we think that, oh, you know what, let me focus on this and this. But I can see that for presentation, for example, this is something that is very necessary, very important. There are things that you need to put under control before you are able to perform well. So thank you very much, and I'm happy that I'm here now.
Okay, teacher.
This is an opportunity for us.
Thank you, sir.
As I'm seated here, I was just thinking of the vast majority of our membership. When will they be exposed to this knowledge and be able to access such information that will empower them more in the classrooms? Because if we use digital technology in developing our lessons and our instruction, that will be a long way to help, But as I'm seated here with the technological advancement, the opportunities that we have, connectivity, power supply, and all this, I am thinking, how will our membership access such training? That's my worry.
Your worries will be laid to rest by the grace of God. Okay, any other person? Please, let's talk freely. Let's talk freely. Okay, let me ask you this question. Please, can we share, how did we get introduced to digital skills development? Can anybody share with us? How? Anybody? Maybe I have to use my expression. Tell us how. Because nobody is not digitally trained. The question is how did you get introduced into digital skill development? How? Tell us about it.
Good morning. It was at my first place of work.
Okay.
I was around 17, and because of the nature of the job, I had to learn the basics because it was.
How did you went to a training school?
I did not go to training school. I learned on the job.
Oh.
It was just basic courses, online courses mostly had helped, and YouTube. So basic online tools have helped.
Thank you. How are you feeling right now?
Confident.
Confident. You're happy you are here, right?
And I am happy I'm here, just not at the back. So I've learned that being at the back is not always a good choice because we could barely see the screen.
Okay. Any other person want to share their thoughts with us? Yes. Okay. Who wants to talk?
Director.
Okay, good.
I think this is a testament to the fact that there is a skills gap across the country. Imagine a room full of
experts,
on average, higher level, knowledgeable people. We fail the test. So imagine what would happen if this was to be tested on ordinary everyday people across the country. To look at us
No, we are catching up.
This is why we're doing things like this.
Thank you. So, okay, for we that were employers, can we beat our chest and say, oh, we've supported our workers on their way? Like what you said, yes. Let me come to that. The fear with the teachers. Sincerely speaking, if any country want to develop, the focus on the teachers first. When you came in this morning, you can see we ushered you in specially because we want you. So the opportunities are found. Your people should be involved in this community. So we want to see them come out across the basic, the technical, vocational, and whatever, all that for the baseline assessment. Not only here, because after here, we are reaching out, we are going to the provinces. So you have to communicate to them that we will give you the date where we'll be going. That on so date, oh, please, our people, not these people are coming, we are coming, right? To do this, please embrace it. Let us come out in numbers to be part of the exercise. Not only for teachers, but for everybody. Mind you, we're going to give you hard copies of this, of all these questions. Now meant for you. Please, it may be wonky or voluminous. Please do us that. Do this country that fill them up and please turn up so that on your own you can stand the opportunity of getting yourself assessed. You know where you stand, where you belong, so that what you just said, that you see it's an eye-opening exercise, but it's not derogatory, right? But it's just to let us know where we are so that we can advance collectively. For this nation to be great, all of us must have our hands on it. Okay, any other question? Or say you want to talk freely. Let us now talk freely before we go for lunch. Let us talk freely. Mind you want to talk freely. Mind you, we're going to reach out to every one of us so that we meet us and get our views personally. Please drop your address, your phone number with us, right? And we're going to go with this. Thank you. Let's listen to the President Teachers Union.
First of all, I was faced with the challenge when I was in university.
Wow.
We were introduced to ICT.
Wow.
And 2 years of training in ICT in university, we can only put on the computer and then Word, full stop. So the rest of what I've been able to learn is outside.
On your own?
On my own. The challenge we're having with the membership is some people are afraid of change. And technologies and innovation is a new thing. And for some of our colleagues, even to manipulate an Android phone is a challenge for them. Even with our executive, sometimes we do a lot of things with our phones, passing information, collecting information, and so on, reaching out to our membership, but they find it difficult because they are afraid to try. So that's one area we are encouraging them, and then if they are convinced that they need it, they'll go for it, and then they'll be able to convince others.
Tell them why is in this room, right? Why is coming after them?
That is a big challenge. Everyone here knows. As we are seated,
just tell them.
A good number of schools have not uploaded their PRS.
Tell them.
So this is the big challenge, and some of them are complacent with the fact that they are always complaining technology, connectivity, power supply. These are the things they rely on as excuses. But, it's not sufficient. So we really have to do a lot.
It's time to incentivize,
to encourage people.
It's time to incentivize anybody that on his or her own can go into all these certifications and produce the evidence, the proof that I've done it without waiting for government.
And the other aspect is also we need to join with government to be able to train teachers because they have introduced ICT in schools. There is a curriculum for primary and so on, but the facilities are not.
The issue is this. Yeah. You see, it's like we are starting all over again. Yeah. Are you with me? Yes. That is the truth. Look at where we are. 445. It's a long way to go. 700. Right? We're not too close at all. So, meaning what? That the way we have been brought up, that was why I asked our journey. How did we start? That means something is wrong, fundamental. And that is part of the outcome. The director said it, the other lady said it. And when I was reading your expectation, what should be your expectation that we want you to be part of? we're going to put together all together. It's like we have seen a gap. We are now understanding why such gaps, right? So the training is going to be an outcome. Which package? If I have to tell you, I discussed with you the other time. Teachers need 7 things. Teachers to be able to teach with technology. 1, digital literacy. 2, 21st century digital literacy. 2, 21st century learning design. Make code, Minecraft, OneNote, Microsoft 365 and Windows. How many teachers in Sierra Leone has one of these 7? You understand? And if it is strange that we are hearing this for the first time, that means we need to look at where we are coming from. Fundamentally. And you see, he was doing a what? A pilot project. On what? On digital marketing. Digital marketing is high up there. But with no vision. We don't want to continue to encourage people to climb the tree from the top. And that is why we are working together to ensure we want you. This is our team. We are one. These are the team that God has saddled with the responsibility of starting the entire process called digital skill development or skill development. Because when you talk of digital now, career are just in 2 pathways. One, digital. Or that guy is a data analyst. What's your profession? Yes. Data works. What? Graphic design. You know, but it's into graphic design, right? But graphic design, is it IT or non IT? Really? How did we start graphic design? Did we start it as IT? It is IT supported. So you are either on IT career or IT supported career. So nobody can evade the subject of discussion, digital literacy. So prepare for us because we are ready to work with you. Please work with us. And sincerely speaking, we sing that song that will be sonorous to all ears, that everybody will want to dance to, where we are dancing into competitiveness, dancing into enhanced productivity, and dancing into success in the 21st century. Move our education and capacity building to everywhere it's supposed to be, leading the pack called either West Africa or Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So whilst we wait for the food, we'll be ready in the next 15 minutes or so. For those that have not yet written their names or information on this attendance, please do. There are 2 lists, one with one bank logo and the other one is blank. Yes.
Register the one.
So we go for lunch, have we?
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay.
We'll be ready in the next 15
Okay.
minutes.
Any questions? More questions?
Yes,
Okay. Questions, then your feelings, then let us encourage all of us. So just talk freely.
Okay, so this is a question. Just a contribution. We've seen firsthand, apart from the actual digital space itself, that the infrastructure that should support the digital space is also a challenge.
Okay.
So I think that's something that's it's good that you capture that well.
Okay.
And secondly, you did say that you're either into IT or to IT supported.
I think one of the things I've noticed over the years is that people will acquire skills and then it's like they plateau at that particular point. But then on the digital landscape, we see that it's dynamic, it changes. So what that brings to mind is the fact that we also need to move with the trend to stay relevant. And I think that's a personal decision that everyone should make. Otherwise, there'll come a time when you'll become irrelevant. I'll give an example. Formerly, there was this paymaster, and he was used to the calculator, and he will like do all calculations at the end of each month to show exactly the amount that should be paid to employees at the end of that month. And then came the introduction of Excel, and what they will do is that they will print out the names of employees and what they should be paid, take it to him, and he will manually now do the calculations. And then I think the institution had an intern who came on board, and the intern was like, "Why do you print out these names and then take it to him for him to give you the total sum that should be paid?" And the intern said, "I could do this in just under a minute, you know." And then the intern did his Excel sum, and then was eventually able to get it. Now, what that means at the end of the day was this man who had spent like 15, 20 years, you know, being the expert in that area, calculations, was now not relevant. Nobody was going to him. And when he was encouraged to take Excel classes just so that he would be able to do it, he was reluctant. And eventually, it was no longer relevant. So my thing is that on a personal note, people should be able to accept the fact that this landscape is very dynamic, and therefore we should be willing to go through the process and stay aligned with current trends so that you stay relevant. Otherwise, the things you do become abstract after a while.
Thank you. You see, you know what we are suffering from? Because we've tried to localize everything. If it is not for Sierra Leone, it is not meant for us when it comes to skill development. That's the truth. We are suffering from the same in Nigeria, right? We're talking local content. But when you talk of skill is universal. And even the 21st century education system has rolled off the dichotomy between a class of higher education or the other. Because everything is now what? Skill-based. Everything now at the upper level of Bloom's taxonomy of synthesis, analysis, and evaluation. You know, so if we are able to take our skill development program to align with the globe, one, it will save us one thing. We don't need to be living, because every now and then the entire world, you know, from time to time, you know, updates. Let me give you an instance. There is a particular program called Communication Skills for Business. That was as at October last year, up to November, December. But January 1 this year, it has changed to critical career skills. What does that imply? It is the same communication for small business program, which everybody must have as part of their traditional skill. But because they've introduced or integrated AI into it, now it has changed from communication skill for business to critical career skills with what you call it, generative AI as part of it now. So if we are not in alignment with the globe, we'll still be struggling to cope, to integrate that. We'll be spending money, bringing people together, you know, losing time.
So we don't need that. See, the essence of this, you can see now that we want to align with the rest of the world. And be rest assured that all those the skill, whatever, we have seen it all. I don't think we need to continue to follow the same thing. We have all made up our mind that it's need for us to restart. The beautiful thing is that we get to our destination faster than we will have if we don't have any military knowledge idea at all. Do you understand that? So all fear should be allayed. That this time around, we're going to work together, we're going to get it right, and at the end of the day, all of us will be happy for our input into the development of this country.
Any other question?
Okay, Ross, you've not talked.
No, we are okay.
You are okay.
We are okay.
Okay. Ross, you want to talk?
No, really.
Not really. It's better to be part of it.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
All what I'm my own contribution, I just wanted to commend the program initiated.
Director, are you hearing him?
Yes.
He's commending you. Thank you. Commending the government, the president.
This is a step towards the right direction. That's all I got.
And you are committed to working with it. Right? Thank you.
Yes, good morning, everybody. So I was able to be late. So I was able to introduce myself. I'm David Alpha, and I'm from the National Youth Council. Yes, I want to thank the Directorate of PSDI, and I've been one of the beneficiaries. The last time they organized hackathon program at IPAM, and most of the digital 3D printers that they are using at FBC facility in that of IPAM now, we put that together from scratch to finish. And I want to commend them for the good work in aligning Sierra Leone to a digital evolution society, because that's how the world is moving, and we should be in that as well, in putting ourselves in the right direction. So I want to say kudos to you. Let's continue to do this and make Sierra Leone a massive transformational digital society. Because I think if you go to advanced countries, things you will not see, your fellow human in person. It's all about data. So if you're not digitally inclined, you are way behind. So kudos, and let's continue to do this. And for us who are here today, let's ensure we pass on this information to our different institutions, and let's keep the process going on. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. The youth, you see, this program is for you. Whether you are within the school system, you are outside the school system. I'm happy you are here. Sincerely speaking, after the teachers, you are the next. But most of the youth today are on the streets. They don't have to be. You know why? $8.5 trillion. How does that figure sound? How does it sound? $8.5 trillion. That is the work of skill shortage between now and 2030. How much of this 8.5 trillion will be brought to Sierra Leone? How much? Don't be greedy. Youth, tell me how much you want here. Don't be greedy. Eh? No, 8.5. Right? The only way we can go bring any kobo, any Leone, any dollar, any cent into this country is by supporting this program. Were you part of the assessment? You are part of the assessment. Sincerely speaking, I would simply I want you to meet. So please, let's meet on Friday, Saturday. Please come in numbers. Youth across every sector. We need you. This is your project. There may not be this opportunity in 6 years. It comes in a lifetime. Be happy that you are part of it. It's historical. So on Friday, Saturday, let us be together again. Meanwhile, what you are doing, we need to give you a lot of takeaway. Our takeaway, don't worry, it's not item 13, right? But this one, questionnaires tailored to the youth, people with disability. You go with the one that is tailored to what you are doing yourself. So that by the time we are meeting on Friday, Saturday,
aside from we reach out to some of us before then to have our key informant interview conducted. Yes, sir. It is a new dawn, and I think we'll be happy for it at the end of it. So, youth, thank you very much. And the lunch is ready, right?
Yes.
Okay. So please, nobody should escape without the lunch. Please, let us wine and dine together. It's a good beginning. Nice one. I want to go back to Nigeria and say, look at my people. So, when next we are going to have something like this, there must be cultural things. I will invite some of us, right? So the relationship has started and it will continue to grow on.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So I now note the lunch will be served at the reception area, and there is small transport refund that will be after eating. And also the questionnaire for the focus group will be given to you and will reach out to you for those answers by Friday. So we want to conclude now.
Just what you said. It's Friday, Saturday, it may spill to Monday. Then expect us on one, maybe tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So please welcome us when we come.
So I want to express my gratitude to all participants here. And before we go, let me just also reiterate about why we are here as stakeholders. We are here because we want every one of us to be on the same page about the goals, the challenges, the opportunities of this assessment, and how we bring our vision to life, the vision of what a digital power Sierra Leone will be like. And how every one of us here can actually contribute to this in our own space. So may God bless us all as we make history. Thank you.
Please, if you have completed your questionnaire, don't forget to drop the questionnaire with us.